Chosen Vessels, what's the deal? It's your main man, Druuill, and I'm back at you again with another video. I need each and every vessel to hit that like button, hit that share button, and don't forget to subscribe. Shout out to the Galactic family, the GCVs, and of course, Drew Nation. Let's get right into it. You're so great. You lowered their morale, and they are unable to bypass the fact that you are better. You lower morale. When you come around people, they don't even feel like trying anymore because they know that you're about to steal the show without even trying. You don't even do it on purpose. You just do you, and that's enough. You just do you, and they throw in the towel. You just show up, and they're ready to quit. You lower morale. You can't be put in any high positions. You may be trying to get that promotion. All right, I hope you get it, and I'm pretty sure you will. But if you do, some people will end up leaving. All right, some of us, we get promoted, and some of them don't even want to be there anymore. They'll go to the manager, they'll go to the boss and be like, I can't stand that guy. I don't even want to be here anymore. They don't even want to work underneath you because it crushes their spirit. It makes them feel some type of way. They already feel some type of way working with you. To have to work underneath you, oh my God. I didn't get that one. They're going to have to try to really, they're going to have to dig deep on that one. They're going to have to dig deep on trying to work around how they feel or work whatever's causing them to feel how they do feel. But you're causing the morale to be lowered. All right, they can't stand just even being in your presence because it makes them feel uncomfortable and insecure. And they have to try to work around working next to you, working around you, and you don't make them feel too good. All right, they felt good before you got there. They were living it up. They were living the dream. They were doing their job. They were doing everything they possibly could be doing. All right, but guess what? Now, as soon as you got there, morale just lowered. They can't stand it. They can't stand you. They can't stand being around you. They don't even want that job anymore. They don't even want to be there anymore. It's like you have taken all the energy that they had to go there. They were feeling good. They used to put their little music on before they got in the car. They was feeling it. But as soon as you get there, they don't feel it no more. They don't even want to be there no more. They want to go find another job and go be someplace else where they feel that they could fit in at or where they feel they belong. They don't feel they belong there anymore because you have caused them to feel some kind of way. You're not trying to compete with anybody. If there's anything you could help them with, you help them with it. You want to see everybody reach the top. You want to see everybody get to a higher position. But because of how they feel towards people and their jealousies that they have that they don't work on, now when you come around them, they feel like, I'm not sure if I want to keep doing this. And then this is why you have people who will try to be constantly one-upping you. You're just going about your day, and this is where the competition comes from because they have to compete with you because they feel that they lost at something. It's something that they feel that they're unable to achieve when they're in your presence. It's something that they feel that they can no longer do when they're in the presence of you. All right. You stop them from believing in themselves, which is a silly thing to do. They choose this now. They choose this. Everyone has to fight through this. Everyone has to fight through how they feel about somebody because it's always somebody better than you. No matter how good you are, no matter what you do, there's always somebody that people are going to gravitate to more than you. There's always someone that people are going to like more than you. There's always somebody that's going to shine bright more than you. But it doesn't stop you from shining, though. But there are people who think that somebody else's light dims theirs. And this is how their morale gets lowered because they were the one that lowered it. They put a ceiling on their own roof. All right. That's why Pharrell, he said, let me know if you feel like you're in a, what'd he say? If you feel like you're in a room without a roof. All right, yo, let me know if you feel like you're in a room without a roof, people. All right, because you're happy. All right, because you're happy. Let me know if you feel that happiness is the truth. Because you're happy. Let me know if you feel like a room without a roof. Let me know if you feel like a room without a roof. All right? Let me know if you feel like a room without a roof. All right? No ceilings. Let me know if you feel like a room without a roof. All right? Don't let nobody cap you off. Don't let nobody cap you off, okay? Don't allow your morale to be lowered by anybody. You're supposed to feel like a room without a roof. You're supposed to be happy, all right? But people will lower their own morale, all right? They'll cap themselves off. They'll cap their happiness off, all because somebody else seems to be doing better. Somebody else seems to be feeling better. You can't judge how you feel off of somebody else. You can't judge your performance off of somebody else. Unless you're trying to do better and you're like, yo, you know what? This person is doing a real good job. I need to do like them. I don't need to do exactly what they're doing. I don't have to do it exactly how they did it, but I need to harness some of that energy that I see coming from them. All right. And you find that energy within yourself. You don't try to steal it from nobody. You dig deep and you find the greatness within yourself and you use the person who you see being great as an example. That's what great people do. They harness, they feel the vibe. Okay, this person's great. They transmutate that person's, it's a whole science behind it. All right. It must be a whole science behind it because this is really how you do it. You see somebody that's great. You're like, okay, I can be great myself. All right. You take that energy of being unsure. You take that energy of insecurity. You take that energy of not knowing how things are going to turn out for you. You take that energy of this person is doing better than me and your worries and your fears, and you turn that into being great, digging beneath that, dealing with that, accepting that, and still working and still striving, man. You might even end up putting out something better than that person, not being in competition with them. And even if it is, it's a healthy one. They'll probably look at you and be like, oh, I see you. Okay. Wow. Okay. You okay. I see what you're working with. But the thing is, a lot of people, they can't reach that level. So if you can reach that level, yo, you are a great person. All right. If you can still feel the jealousy and still feel the hate and still feel the anger and stuff like that and the envy and realize that it's a you thing and not a that person thing, this is something that I have to deal with. All right. I got to pray about it. I got to go in my prayer closet about it. I got to go to God about it. I got to go within and I got to heal about it. I got to be real about it. All right. I may have to go and look in the mirror and talk to myself and talk myself up. But hey, we're not going to take it out on anybody else around us. This is something that we're going to work with. This is something that we're going to deal with. This is something that we're going to fight. All right. We're going to fight the good fight. We're going to battle our inner demons. All right. And we're going to become better. All right. I'm going to take this energy and I'm going to turn it into better and not bitter. I'm going to take this energy and turn it into something better and not something bitter. But the thing is, people don't know how to take that energy and do something with it. They rather take that energy and be negative with it. You lowered my morale. No, you did that to yourself. You chose to feel like that. You chose to think those thoughts. You chose to lower your own spirit. But when you get around people, that's why their spirit is lowered. That's why you're lowering people's spirit, because they're looking at you and they're choosing to lower their own spirit. All right. They're choosing to feel bad because they're in the presence of somebody great. That's where the jealousy comes from. That's where the animosity comes from. When people don't choose to work on that and deal with that and face it head on like the mature person is supposed to. And that's true greatness right there. Even before you become great, true greatness is having to deal with the things that you feel internally, the internal demons, the internal conflict. If you can conquer those things, yo, you have the potential to become whatever you want. If you could conquer those things, you have the potential to do, to be, to have whatever you want. You a millionaire right then and there. Just by working on yourself and conquering the negative things within you, you already a millionaire. You don't have to be a genius to become rich. But that's true genius right there. Genius isn't making the equation like Einstein. Genius isn't being like that dude who made that machine to make water out of thin air. All right, that is a genius act. But like there are other things that are true genius that don't take as much wit and craft and intelligence as that. You use the intelligence that you already have. You use what you have. And that is true genius. That is a true alchemist, using what you already have and taking that to become great within you already. With what's becoming great with what is in you already. Greater is he that is in me than he that is in this world. You become great with what's inside you already. You become great with what you have already. You don't let anybody stop you or make you feel bad because you're not where they're at. You accept where you're at and find gratitude and find your greatness where you're at. Just because you're not on somebody else's level, all right? You don't allow that to destroy how you feel about yourself and the things that you feel you could do and become great at. No. But the thing is, the people who don't do those things, the people who don't work on themselves, when we don't work on ourselves, we turn into our own worst enemy. We turn into something that can't help us, and we turn into something that's toxic and that is just bad business. All right. And we don't want to be bad business. We want to do good business. All right. We've done enough bad business. We don't want to do any more bad business. We want to start doing good business. We want to start being better people. We want to start being good people. We want to start being the version of ourselves that we know we can be. All right. We don't want to be something that we truly aren't. And when you're not your best version of yourself, that's truly not you. You know you're better than that. You know you deserve better than that. And other people deserve better from you than that. And you know that. So when it's good for us to it's good for us to just work on ourselves like that when we feel like that. But there are people who don't do that. All right. And those are the people who will be in constant competition with you. All right. It shows. All right. What is done in the dark, what's done in the dark will come to the light. So you have to make sure that you're on the up and up. And you have to that's why you have to constantly keep praying. You constantly have to ask God to guide you in the right direction, because you really have to work on yourself. This is a you thing. All right. You have to constantly keep going hard on you. All right. And that's why it's good to constantly keep going hard on yourself and keep working on yourself and just, keep staying in your prayer closet, stay motivated, keep making sure that every day in a certain type of way that you're becoming somebody that you want to become. And this is why when you do get around people, their morale is lowered. All right. You see all the type of things that you put into yourself. You've done that. You've worked on yourself like that. The people that already feel some type of way around you, when they have to work with you, when they have to be up under you, being great and all those things, it really does put a damper on some people's day. The people who can't handle it, they really will go through it behind you. And it's not your fault. They have to work on themselves. They have to figure themselves out. They have to do something with their mind, just like we all had to do. All right. And they got to change how they feel. And they have to continue to work on themselves regardless of what they're going through, regardless of how they feel about other people, regardless of where they're at in life. It's what we all have to do. We all have to go through that. We all have to work through that. And if you don't, you'll stay stuck in that mind state forever. So I know you're happy you passed that. All right. I know I'm happy I passed that. All right. And it's a constant work in progress. You're always having to work on yourself. You're always constantly having to make yourself better. And you should. All right. It's a never ending process. Self-improvement is a never ending process. That's how you never get bored with life. All right. That's how when you feel that you've learned enough, that's when you're really doing bad. When you feel that there's never enough to learn, you're always going to be doing good. All right. And that's why you lower people's morale when you go around them. People are intimidated and afraid of you because it is so much, it's more to you than meets the eye. It's a lot that comes to you, and with your spirit, you got a fighting spirit. You'll fight your way to the top. You'll work your way to the top. You'll grind your way to the top. So, keep believing in yourself, because that's another thing that they see. That's another thing that a lot of people don't have. A lot of people don't believe in themselves, and you do. You're great. All right. Great people, they have a essence about them. All right. When they get around other people, it's something that makes you different than everybody else. It's something that stands out about you than everybody else. Without you even saying anything, without you having to be the loudest person in the room, without you having to open up your mouth and say a word, they can feel it on you. Greatness is something that you can't hide. People already know you're great before you even start working on things, before you even start the project, before you even start your speech, before you even showcase your paperwork, or before you even attend the meeting. People already know that it is something different about you than everybody else. There's that guy, there's that girl. They know it's something different about you, and they can feel it. God forbid they have to work underneath you. When people have to work underneath people like that, they be just dreading coming to work. They don't want to work underneath somebody like that. They want to either be working with you, but they don't want to work underneath you. They will mess around and hate their life if they have to work underneath somebody like that. When they put you in charge, this is why people will have attitudes, and they won't hardly want to do anything. You'll, like, when you work with people and you're working with them, it's a huge difference between you working and being above them, you being in a little position above them. Once they see that and they have to work underneath you, everything's going to change. They're not even going to want to do what they were doing. If it's somebody else, they'd love to do it. If it just because it's you, they have a problem doing it. Just because it's you, they want to try to make it harder for you. And I've experienced that. So it's like when I work and things like that, I don't want to be. That's why I'd rather have my own business. That's why I would never want to be in charge of anybody, because of how just energy works, knowing how energy works, knowing how energy and people works, like studying, just being a people scientist, it's better off. Like there's certain people who can be in charge and things like that, and there's certain people who people would want to work under, and then there's certain people who just wouldn't work out because no work would get done, and then you end up having to do extra things yourself. And it's not that you're not a good leader or anything. It's just that, me personally, I wouldn't want to work that hard for anybody else. If I had to work that hard, I would work that hard for me. So I'll take a normal position like everybody else, because I know what to do with my money when I get it. I know what to do with my position when I have it. I know what to do. I could take lesser pay and still be okay, just because I know how to utilize my resources. All right. So if I'm going to put that amount of time and energy and effort into something, I'm putting that amount of time and energy and effort into me. I'm not going to, and this is just a personal thing. There are people who, people wouldn't mind working under. But what I noticed about work and things like that and having people work underneath me, it just is, for me personally, I just wouldn't do it. I wouldn't want to do it. I'm not stressing myself out. I'm not worrying myself to death over somebody else's deadline, having to get things done, having to make sure things are the way they're supposed to be for other people not doing it right, having to go back and do it myself. And even when I saw people were respected and things like that, people would go back. People still would have to go back. And it's like they respect you. It's just that they're not going to respect you on the level that you want. It's like there's no morale when they're doing things underneath certain people. It's like, I'm not Like, man, who's this person think they are? It's like they think you're trying to tell them what to do when all you're trying to do is get them to do what they need to do. And once I seen that, I was like, yo, you know what? They're like, yo, you want this position? I'm like, nah. I tried it a couple times, but I was like, it wasn't a good fit for me. I'm the type of person, and I'm sure you are too. You're the type of person that is good for you to have your own thing. You might be able to work with other people for a little bit. You might be able to do things around other people for a little bit. They might want you there for a little bit, but you're the type of person who deserves to do their own thing, because whether you're working above people, whether you're working under people, whether you're working with people, you are going to lower their morale. They're not going to want to be around you for long because they see something different in you. There's something that stands out in you, and it's that greatness. All right. They haven't discovered it in themselves, so they rather be upset with the person who has. You can't turn down for other people. You can't not be who you are. You can't not be who you were created to be. Everybody was created to be somebody, and it's not your fault if other people don't feel that way or about themselves, or see that in themselves, or realize that about themselves. It's not your fault. It ain't my fault. It's not. So that's why when you get around people, it seems like their energy is low. All right. It seems like, people seems like they don't want to be there. It seems like you did something wrong. All right. May feel like you did something wrong. It's like you harmed them or in some kind of way, or you done said something to them that they don't like. And now it's like they don't even want to look at you in the face kind of thing. It's just like they just got bad energy now. And it's because you're around. It's because you're in their presence. So, hey, can't be lowering morale for too long, because and this is why people go to managers and stuff like that and complain about certain people. This is why they'll go to managers and be like, yo, can you get rid of him? Like, we used to have a good time at this job. We don't want to be here anymore. We used to have a good time at this job. We don't like working here anymore. And they'll call you in the office and be like, Mr. So-and-so, Miss So-and-so, it's been a good run, God forbid. But it's like, this has just have been like my experience in certain cases. And it's just like, I know what it is. And it's like, when you get there, they all be standing there in a little respective corner talking and things like that. And you're just like, I already know what time it is. They all turn and look at you, and it's just like, just bad vibes, man. It's just bad vibes. Like, I don't know who's feeling what I'm saying right now, but it's just bad vibes. And I always knew that, like, I'm gonna have to do my own thing if I want to get the respect I deserve. If I want to be able to feel good about myself and what I have to do for work. All right, if I want to be able to not be drained and not be around toxic individuals and things like that, if I want to be able to feel good about myself and what I do to work and get paid, I'm going to have to start my own business and do something for myself. I just always knew that. So if that's the vibes you get, all right, if that's the vibe you get around the tribe you with when you go to work and things like that, all right, if you're not vibing with them, you're not tribing with them. So you may have to continue, doing your little thing there, doing your little 1-2 there, but you're going to end up having to start something on your own. All right, I suggest you start something on your own. If every job you go to, you feel like the odd man or odd woman out, and you don't fit in, no matter how hard you try. All right. You end up having to like, I would always just keep myself busy so I wouldn't have to talk to people, because it's like, I see we have nothing in common. There's nothing that we have to talk about. Everything I say to you, you're going to talk about it when I leave here. Everything I say to you, you're going to be using it against me. It's going to be an inside joke, and I'm going to be gaslit about it the next day I come here. Whatever I talk to you about it, the next time I come to work, you're going to be having a conversation about the conversation we had. Like, I don't know what you're talking about to the manager or somebody else when I'm on duty and when y'all are on the shift as well. And it's like, to me personally, I just, I'm good on it. So I'd rather just not have to experience those things. I'd rather not have to deal with those things. And I'd rather just do my own thing. I'll put up with it for my check or whatever, but I'm going to be doing other work. Like, and that's why when I work and things like that, I either want to work by myself, or I'm just going to work the whole entire shift. They're like, yo, you doing a lot of work. I'm like, yeah, I am, because I don't want to stand around and talk to y'all. You know, and that's just the honest to God truth. I don't want to stand around and talk to y'all, so I'll do all the extra work until it's time for me to go and I can go have peace. Because if I'm working and I'm busy, ain't nobody gonna say nothing to me. But that's when you have people who feel some type of way about you trying to outwork them. So it's a lot, you know, and that's why I'd rather just stay to myself, stay in my corner, do my job, not be friends with people, because coworkers aren't friends anyway. And I'd rather just do my job, work, and then be out. And that's it. Because like a lot of work environments are toxic. And I realized that early on. All right, I seen that early on. I'm like, yo, I'm gonna have to do my own thing. So, you know, it's good to start something. It's good to have something, do something yourself. Whatever it is, you have to believe in it. I don't care what it is. I don't care if you're making crayons. I don't care what it is. I don't care if you're making whatever it is you're making. If you believe in it and you think it's going to work out for you, it will. So keep working at your job, keep doing all your side hustles, keep doing everything until you're able to do something for yourself. All right. I'd like to thank you for watching this video. Smash that like button, smash that share button. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Peace, love, and light. We out. How dare you lower their morale?